So we are moving on to Unit 4 now, and this is simplifying expressions. So, number 1, translate the following expression from words to symbols. 6 more than 2 times a number j. So we're going to go through and highlight those key words. More than and times. Now remember, the word more than means to flip order. Anytime we see the word than, we have to change our order. So since this is up front, now it's going at the back. So let's work with this first. 2 times a number, j. So 2 times j. Now more than is plus 6. So we kind of read it backwards. 2 times a number, j, plus 6. Perfect. 6 more than 2 times a number. Translate the following expression from words to symbols. 12 less than a number b. Again, we highlight our keyword, and the word than, just like up here, means we're flipping order. So we start here. B, less than means to subtract, and 12. So that is our answer for that one. Go through your notes and practice. This is especially important, you knowing all those keywords. Okay, simplify the expression 8x plus 2y plus 3x plus 4. You only can combine like terms. So that means x's go with x's, numbers go with numbers. So I have an 8x. Do I have anything else with an x? Yes. Do I have anything else with a y? No. Any plain old numbers? No. So I'm going to do 8x plus 3. So 8 plus 3 is 11x. I can't do anything with the 2y, so I copy it down. I can't do anything with the 4, so I copy it down. So this is my final answer. Such an easy question, but I can tell you year after year people get this wrong. You cannot combine these three terms because they are not alike. Nothing else has x's, nothing else has y's, and nothing else is plain old numbers. So let's look at number 4. Same thing, simplify the expression. I have 4w, 2w, 6p. So I have w's and p's. So do I have any other w's? Yeah. Do I have any other p's? No. So I cannot do anything with that 6p. It just gets written down again. 4 plus 2 is 6. So I have 6w plus 6p. I cannot combine. Why can I not combine? Because they're not like terms. I have w's and p's, so that does not work. Okay, what is the factored form of 15x plus 20? When we do factored form, we have to see what you can divide by. And I want the biggest thing I can divide by. So I got 15 and 20. What can I divide 15 and 20 both by? I can divide them both by 5. So whatever I divide them by goes on the outside. Okay, so whatever I'm dividing by goes on the outside. Now I'm going to divide. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and I still have the x. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And I cannot go any farther, so this is in factored form. Okay, let's look at 6. What is the factored form of 14x plus 28? Well, what is the biggest thing I can divide them both by? I can divide them both by 7. I can divide them both by 2. But I also can divide them both by 14. So whatever I can divide by goes on the outside. Now I do division. 14 divided by 14 is 1, and I'm still stuck with the x. 28 divided by 14 is 2. Okay? And I also can rewrite this as x plus 2. I don't necessarily need that 1 in front. It's correct either way, though. All right, let's move on. 7. The Erie County Fair charges $8.50 for adult tickets and $2.75 for child tickets. Write an expression to find the total cost of 4 adult tickets and 3 child tickets. So they're not asking us to find the total cost, they just want an expression. So we're going to have two let statements. Let A equal adult tickets. And C, child tickets. Now, I'm buying multiple tickets. I'm buying 4 adult tickets. So I'm going to do 4 what? Times, because I'm buying multiple, the cost of the adult tickets plus 3 times the cost of the child ticket. Now I got to substitute this in. I'm going to do 4 times the cost is $8.50 plus 3 times the cost of the child, which is $2.75. And I can leave it just like that. I don't need to go and solve it any further. Okay? To get into the Speedway, an adult ticket costs $17.60 and a child ticket costs $5. Write an expression, to find the total cost of 3 adult tickets and 6 child tickets. So again, we're going to recopy this let statement from up here. So let A equal adult ticket. Let C equal child ticket. Okay, so we're doing 3 adult, so 3 times the cost of an adult, which was A, and 6 times the cost of the child, because you're getting multiple tickets. When you're buying multiple of something, you need to multiply. Now I'm going to substitute in. 3 times my cost of the adult is right up here, $17.60 plus 6 times my child cost is $5. Okay, and that's my answer right there. Because all they want is the expression. They're not asking you to actually solve it. Okay, let's go up to 9. The graph shows the total cost paid during a fishing trip based on total pounds of fish caught. Which expression can be used to find the total charge C for any number of pounds of fish caught? Excuse me. So, on your quick check, I'm going to tell you, and on your final, it will be very easy to see it. This point right here is at 0, 80. I have to go over 0, up 80. Okay, the 0 was a P, and the 80 was on the C axis. So I have 0, 80. The 0 was on the P axis. The 80 is on the C. Okay, so now I'm going to substitute into each of these answer choices and see which one works out. So choice A, C is 80. So 80 has to equal 80 times P, which is 0, plus 5. So 80 equals 80. Whoop. 80 times 0 is 0, plus 5 is just 5. Does 80 equal 5? No, so choice A does not work. Choice B, C equals 80 plus 5P. So my C is 80. 80 plus 5 times my P is 0. 80 equals, make sure we do multiplication first. That's 0. 80 plus 0 is 80. Check mark. This is our answer right here. But I do want you to go through and do all 4 because I want you to see how we're doing this. P is 0 equals 80 times C, which is 80, plus 5. So 0 equals 80 times 80 is 6,400. So 6405. Does that work? Nope. And finally D. I have P, which is 0, equals 80 plus 5 times my C, which we said was 80. So 0 equals 80 plus 5 times 80 is 400. So 0 equals 480. Nope, that does not work. So when it works out, that means that equation is my answer. So let's take a peek now at number 10. The graph shows the cost paid to a daycare center based on the number of children watched. What equation can be used to find the total cost T for any number of siblings? I'm going to tell you, and like I said, I'll tell you on your quick check the coordinate. On your final, you won't get it, but it'll be easy enough for you to see. This is 0, 75. Okay? So if I'm using 0, 75, the 0 is on the S axis. The 75 is on the T axis. Okay, now we're going to substitute in and check. So S, we said was 0, equals 75 times my T, which is also 75. Ooh, this one's going to be ugly. 0 equals 75 times 75. That equals 5,625 plus 30. 5,655. That obviously does not equal 0. Let's take a peek at B. T, which is 75. 75 times my S, which is 0, plus 30. So 75 equals 75 times 0 is 0. And 0 plus 30 is 30. Nope. C. S is 0 equals 75 plus 30 times my T is 75. So 0 equals 75 plus 30 times 75 gives me 2,250. When I add that to 75, I get 2,325. Let me just check. Yep, that obviously does not equal 0, so let's hope that D works. T is 75 equals 75 plus 30 times my S is 0. So 75 equals 75 plus 30 times 0 is 0. So 75 equals 75 plus 0 is 75. That one works. So choice D is my answer. All right, I have a few games after this for you to try out and test your skills then after that.